What's happening, everybody? I'm Romaster. Welcome back to Population Zero. So this game, I'm starting out here because you can see there's a time. Most games I generally, I don't play every single day. I break them up. It's also just the way that I personally like to play games. I don't like to play the same thing all the time, or I'll get bored. But this one is a different story. I don't know how to do the thing on this. Like, I don't know how to do a series on this. I guess the only way that I can think of is I'm gonna have to do a bunch of videos in a row to do the whole thing, because otherwise it's just not going to work. This is also, by the way, unfortunately, my microphone has been really giving me issues lately. This is one of those times where it didn't record, so I have to do a voiceover. So it's going to be significantly shorter than it was originally. But, so, the only way that I can see myself doing a series on this is if I do a bunch in a row. So it's going to be weird. I don't know. I want to see more of this game. I am intrigued by it. The reviews were interesting. It was a mostly negative game on Steam the first day it came out. And the reason behind that was you couldn't play with other people. Like, that was the main reason anyways, I saw all across there. And I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I didn't see a way. They did enable it so you can play with other people by joining them through Steam. But it still has issues, is from what somebody was saying. Somebody was saying in like a comment. It still wasn't working quite right. But you have to like go start a new character or something. I think it was what the problem was. But nonetheless, I figured I would come back at least to check out a little bit more. I'm clearly not going to be able to get to the very end of whatever the quest chain is, because there's just only a couple days left, and I just don't have the time to go all the way through it all. But this game, I realized, is something different than most survivals as well. Like most survivals, it's a static thing. Like, you got a map, you're on that map, and the map stays there. You build up on that map and stuff. And I was excited, by the way, we found rock. We found rock. I couldn't believe I found rock. I think there were so many people before, the rock wasn't showing up. But now, it's like, because there's nobody in the starting area, because the map's like several days old, there's stone everywhere. I find so much stone, it's awesome. But yes, it's like a roguelike game. It's a roguelike, not like, roguelite, because you do have that carryover. You are able to do more stuff the more your account levels up, and the way you get your account leveled up is by doing the missions. And then, like, the missions we have right now is to go get all the void corpses, which I was trying to do last time, and some of the stuff didn't seem like it was showing up. And it wasn't that it wasn't showing up, it was showing you the area that you can find them in, was my problem. And there's apparently several areas that you can find them in. But, yeah, like, you gotta do the missions for the guy, which ends up slowly giving you experience to unlock other things on your account. So it's a weird... I've never seen a game like this that does that, where they take a roguelite element and add it to a survival. I don't like the factor that I can't build, because that's like my favorite thing to do in survivals, is like build up a base and all that stuff and just have a place you can call your home. That is like the one true downside I see. I mean, you have to unlock it by level 4, and I'm not even 100% sure how far that is to go. But yeah, we're going to do the mission that we did last time, the void stuff, and it was a little bit of a run to get up there. Along the way, I did find another new, I don't even know, another plant? I'm not sure what that is. It's like, it looked exactly like those, just without the little tendrils poking up. It's really strange, but it's like another new thing there. We already got the new from the stone. Somebody said in the comments that I pass by a lot of things. I miss a lot of stuff when I'm recording. It's so different to record a game than to just sit there and play it. Like, my mind is it's scattered in so many different places, and my view is like, my vision is tunneled on my goal at hand. And so, yeah. Yeah, this was a problematic fight right here, by the way. I don't remember having too bad of difficulties, but the one problem I have with the combat is it kind of seemed to like, it's almost like you get locked into a combo. There are times where I don't feel like you can quite get it to stop after, you want to turn because the thing moved. But we found some more of the void things, and the mission was really confusing, because the mission doesn't tell you how many you have to get. So I ran around and I got all the stuff that I could find here, and I'm like, alright, there's, it's it seemed similar to where we were before, but we weren't like freezing to death. Instead, we're basically getting continuously destroyed by these guys. I'm like, run away, gotta heal, gotta heal. I'm really glad you have these healing packs, like, right off the bat, because, yeah, that, these things hurt. Like, these orange ones are super strong and super brutal. They do a crap ton of damage. I mean, I can still take them out pretty quickly with the spear, but they're not nice. They're not nice creatures at all. But yeah, so I couldn't actually grab the thing. Kept trying to open the inventory. I pushed E and it would just open the inventory again. With this clearly not appearing to like it was enough. I'm like, okay, I guess we just kind of need to go out and find more. So I just headed off to the next location. After I realized, of course, that I could make some stuff. So I forgot about this. That I had gotten all the stone, so I could make a stone pick. Because I didn't realize you can make it on yourself. And the bone axe is something I was like, yeah, I can make it. But anything with a little red marker on there, like you can't. You need a crafting bench and whatever like marker it is to craft the thing. So sadly, I could not make the axe, but I did have a pick. So now we should be able to get like any stone we come across, any of the resources. I was hoping that we could get, basically, because it's like I didn't have an axe. All I had was a spear. I couldn't do anything with it, so I didn't know. I don't know, like, still fully what all the pick is for. Clearly, it's kind of like they treat it like Minecraft in this, I feel, where you can just gather everything. But yeah, and then we headed to the next location. When I was almost there, I actually realized that there was these tree things we'd run into before. So I was like, well, I got the pick, let's try it out. And sure enough, the pick works. Like I said, it seems like it's just the universal gathering thing. So we were able to get a bunch of the Brockus trees, or whatever these things are called. That way, I assume it's for... I'm still honestly 100% not sure. This is after I did the whole video. I think it's for armor. But we did get a whole bunch more. But I also realized we had discovered so many things that we had more technological points. And so I figured, you know, it's time to spend it. Checking out everything. We got the torch, we got the chest. There's the desert armor to keep you from burning up. Figured that was a rather important thing. Then, of course, we need the leather. Thick leather, so you can start working on moving simply down the chain, but also so we can get the more advanced stuff. There's bone pickaxe, which I don't know. It doesn't necessarily say if it's better or worse or why. Maybe it's just durability. But yeah, we got armor. It costs 3 for everything after the armor, by the way. All that's like 3 points. It's only 1. So I'm like, man, I'll just get this one. And then, yeah, it's like 3 points for all that stuff. So it's a little bit more. And the respawn rates, I'm thinking that was the original problem with the stone, was the respawn rates was just really high on stuff, so it wasn't popping up. Because you could see, like, they'd already spawned again after I'd taken them down. So I was like, ooh, then I can get rock. I can actually break apart the rock. It's satisfying when you get stuff like this and they actually break apart. Like, for me, for just visually, it's entertaining to watch. Like, you're seeing like the stuff you're just destroying. I don't know, there's just something satisfying about that. And yeah, I think the next goal, it was telling me to go down there. I wasn't having any of that because I'm not falling. Not falling from a high height. I remember falling from just a little bit and it hurt a lot. So yeah, that just didn't seem like a good idea. I was like, I'm just gonna go to the next location. Because it's like there were some that weren't that far away. Others that were pretty far away. Like they're kind of just like all over the place and scattered. But given that I didn't have a clue on how much I was actually supposed to get, I just kept trying to get more. Again, like, this kind of seemed to make it so you spread all over the map, so you found all these different things. Because I found, like, these berries, or whatever. And there's this random cocoon here, too. I don't know what that's about. I don't get the cocoon thing. Like, I don't understand it. Like, maybe the world will still be here if you're on a cocoon the day that it hits the timer countdown. I'm not sure. I don't know how all it works. Like, it seems like it's just like a server wipe every 7 days. Just, everything is just wiped, and you gotta start scratch and brand spanking new. But it gives you detoxification, so you lose any sort of like toxic amount you have from eating just the foods and stuff. Because, like, I think uncooked, the foods give you toxicity. I'm not sure what toxicity does. And it was also at this moment that I realized on the top left, it actually shows a bar up there. The far right is the husk, which, if you're in husk form, you can't do anything. I think you just run around and you can kill stuff, and that's about all. I'm not sure quite what the husk thing is. But I know when you get there, it's basically game over. And it happens from dying too much, it fills up. I'm not sure how else it fills up. I just know dying too much fills it up, and you transform. And then also, you supposedly turn into a husk if you're not in a cocoon of the night, and I don't know how that works. But then I realized, oh, this is fresh water. This is awesome. They changed the water bag from the 10 it was to 30 now. So I was able to fill that up, and then fill myself up. So my drink is some fresh water right here. Because it's not super common, but I'm like, this is a new looking area. We could probably find some more, stuff to research. And then there's like this cool looking geyser field. Like the map itself doesn't look too shabby. I feel like the fauna on it, not fauna, is it flora? No, flora is plants. Fauna is the creatures. The creatures on it are a little kind of everything the same. But the map itself is pretty cool. Like there's it does have its own little pockets of different kinds of biomes and such. Like this little area, which I didn't realize at first was actually heating me up. Like it makes sense. I mean, there's steam vents going off all over the place, geysers and everything. I don't imagine this place to be cool, but yeah, I just kind of ran around trying to find more of those husks, trying to see what all I could, learn from. Maybe thinking something in here is going to be a new item. And this is the point when it flashed at me. I was like, oh wait, oh crap, I'm heating up, I'm burning here. This place is hot. This place is hot. I need to get in and get out. Just like the cold, but it's the opposite. I'm gonna slowly start dying. And I'm like, well, yeah. This is also the point, by the way, that I realized there is no number it gives you on how much to get. It just simply says go out and get stuff. So I think if you literally went out, grabbed one, and brought it back, you would be done. So I was just like, well, I guess I'm just gonna try to hit one more place real quick and get some more, because there's several of them, and where we were is just super far away. So I started heading back, and I realized right here that you step in the water and it actually lowers the hot bar. The hot bar is gone, so you're fine. So that is a way to keep yourself cool, is just by stepping in the water there. But yeah, then I just headed back. As I was going, I was like, I'm just gonna destroy some rocks, and I got a perk. Like, learning perks basics thing. It was a new mission that started. It's funny because I don't even look at the mission. I just simply oh, I got a new perk. Okay, seems pretty simple. Just drag it over to here. You have to use the top left. There's the right one. Instead I had one of them. I was like, alright, well, I'll just use this here. Put a perk on, and completed the quest. That's all I had to do. But yeah, it increases my weight. I'm not 100% sure how you get these perks. It looked like just by destroying rocks, maybe having a certain amount of weight on me. I'm not sure, but yeah, it just unlocked the perk to make it so I can carry a little bit more, and I'm like, this is cool. I don't think I really hit the weight limit yet, but having at least one thing is nice. Then I also realized that there is other missions for things that I've still yet to see, which is so we can gain access to these crafting devices and everything. So it's like, I just kind of, it's like maybe I could find some of this along the way home, but we'll see. I thought there was at least one thing that I had finished, but I couldn't find it. Okay, so we made it back to town. I realized at the bottom it actually says, when you're in town, you do not lose hunger or food. So that apparently is a good thing. I actually had no idea. I'd wondered about that last time because I was like, I was in town for a minute, and I didn't feel like it went down at all, but I just never noticed that before. We needed to go talk to somebody. I just couldn't remember who the crap it was. Everybody kind of just looks the same, and I don't know who they are. Like, I saw this, and I'm like, ooh, I'll take this. Alright, I'm down. I don't know what that's for, but I'll take it. It's just sitting here. And this is the guy we need to turn in their mission to, though. And so, by turning that in, he actually gave me a bunch of stuff, and it unlocked PvP mode. So it must have upped us to level 2 on the whole, I don't even know what you would call it. That's the roguelite element. So we're like now level 2 on our account, I guess. So we're closer to getting the building, and I'm like, I guess it's not too bad. If it's really that fast, you just do a few missions and you slightly get up faster and faster. Like, I want to build. I'm not going to be able to build this round, I can almost guarantee it. But that's like my overall goal. And I don't know if every time you come in, you're saved to a specific point in that mission. So you're still there. Like, so when we come back in, we're not going to have to go get all the corpses and stuff. We'll be good without that. But I checked on everything. It gave us a new mission to go and get meat and an iron, like, or a metal or something. But I did actually have enough to unlock the press. I thought I did. I thought it said that, but I wasn't 100% sure. Like, I knew I had something. So I'm like, alright, well, you know, gotta go check out the press. But there's meat on there. I've never seen the creature, or I've never seen a creature with that name, but we've never gotten the meat nonetheless. So I'm not sure where we get that. I thought maybe on the map it would show me. It did not. I had that kind of meat. And I had, like, the cooked meat, but not a whole lot of it. So I'm like, okay, that just kind of means that I can't even eat food. Oh, they're gonna make me starve. But yeah, I figured with the extra points, I was just gonna unlock stuff. I don't know what this means. It says you keep it after you die. So you still have these perks once you die. But I don't understand if it's like a permanent thing. Like this is also that whole you do it, your character has this forever every time you come back to the game. And then all of a sudden I realized, like, I upgraded the thing down there to epic. And it's a save perk. Like, there's a level of them. I mean, it's green, so it's like a uncommon or a rare. I don't know. The perk system seems weird to me. It's almost, it's strange. I don't get it. But I had a bunch of points too, so I figured start unlocking things. We definitely need to keep moving down the list. It's just a matter of what we wanted to go to next. And I felt probably, you know, it's a hard choice. I don't know. It was a hard choice to choose between which one. Like, I'm gonna go for that, all guaranteed, but that one up there seemed like a good thing as well. And then yeah, there's just so much stuff. Then you get to metal. Haven't seen even like where you get metal at. But I knew that the press was up here, so I wanted to go check out what the press gave us because I couldn't remember what the press even was. I'm like, I think printing press. But no, it's actually to do the leather. So we can do our leather and we can sit there and we can actually start making all of the fancier equipment. I mean, that leather comes from the bigger ones. Can't make as much. The one that comes from all the little cute, adorable things, can make a whole bunch of that, but it takes a good minute for it to go through all of it, so figured I would just let it sit there and craft up. Then using the workbench, turn it all into armor. So it takes like 2 to 3 pieces depending on the part you're making. So I didn't have enough to make really anything as far as armor wise, other than just the chest piece. Looks like clothing is the desert stuff, so it actually counts as its own thing, and then armor is like leather armor. But I didn't have enough to do boots or pants. Not boots or pants, boots or gloves or pants, or any of that stuff. All I made was a chest piece, but I did do everything but the chest piece for the desert wear. And the only thing I don't like is that you can't look at yourself. Like, you can't turn and look at yourself. I like to look at my character, see what they look like with all the gear on. It looks awesome. But yeah, the next area was up there with all the like unknown places. Like, it's all in a fog of war area, so I don't know what any of it looks like. But it was a good distance away, so it took me a good minute to run up there. I did have something that I needed to go back for. No, I was good. It was water. I was thinking about going to fill up my water, but I was good. And yeah, I'll see you when we get up there. I was really excited when I ran into this thing. I don't even know what this is. It looks like the thing from Subnautica that had like the whole like reef on its back, and then all of a sudden it started shooting freaking tentacles at me, which was just like, no. This is just too much. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just bouncing out. That may have been a mistake. I don't know if this is the meat we need or not, but The bone axe I did make up in town, which I forgot about entirely, was doing a little bit of damage to it, just not quite enough. Like, these things are in their, like, that's a pain in the butt to take care of all by itself, which is easy. So, trying to fight the other thing was like, nah, I'm good. I'm just peacing out. Getting relatively close to one of the locations that we were trying to find. I mean, it's still like the distance of running to places is pretty far, so having to go back to that central hub, I don't know if there's multiple cities out there, but it was a little worrying. And then this thing came out of nowhere. I'm like, all of a sudden I get this like super screamers moment here, which, like, if you've never seen that movie, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Little robots that jumped out of the ground. But yeah, these things like just jump out of the ground at you. Some new creature. It's like a scarab or something, I don't even know, but it jumps out and makes you bleed. It makes you bleed your own blood, and it drops down pretty quickly on health. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's so much more in the game than I thought, in a sense. Like, I'd only seen just those couple of creatures. And then all of a sudden we're introduced to the big giant thing, and then there's this thing that shoots like freaking past you and just makes you bleed. Like, I don't know what other things there are in the game. The only thing I knew of was the Yet. That's what it was called. The little pink thing. And then, of course, there was, like, the one from the title screen. The dog-like creature. But I was excited by this, too, because when we found coal, like, there was a whole bunch of things we found out here. I think the desert was like 20% explored when we got here. So there was there's still more stuff for me to, like, learn the knowledge of or whatever. But yeah, this is, it's interesting. I started overheating here. I'm like, I got the desert gear on, why am I not being safe? And more of these things came at me, and I'm just like, nah, I'm just gonna bounce. There's just too many. And they make you bleed. I don't know if it stacks on how much they make you bleed. I know that they hurt, and then the bleeding on top of it, though, having multiples that go underground, like, yeah. I was like, nah, I'm just running. I don't want to be part of this. But maybe I could block them. Blocking does not help. They're just insane. I'm just sitting here wasting all of my health. I thought I ran before I got to this point, but apparently I'm stubborn. I know I'm stubborn, but apparently my stubbornness came out fully here because I'm like, nah, I'm killing this thing. Taking its car pace, whatever the car pace is for. I'm just taking it. I imagine it's gonna be useful later on. But yeah, I just decided to just keep running. And I think when you go into these canyons, or like inside a cave, maybe something like this, it cools you down so you aren't like dying of heat anymore. I'm not 100% sure. I just was like, oh, this is cool looking, I'm gonna go in here. Why did I do this? I'm still being attacked. Oh god, it took a minute, but a whole bunch of new exploration and everything to get up to where we needed to go. And then, of course, there's, like, these random, like, pits, too. I think this is, like, the second one that I found. It was just, like, a random pit. It just went into nothingness. So, yeah, I'm like, the best place to go is over here, but this place is a nightmare. Everything wants to murder you here. There's the cave there. So I don't know if this is the metal. I've been trying to figure that out. I was trying to figure out the whole time, like, if this is the metal of the game that you then refine or whatnot. Because if it is, like, this, they don't have a lot of resources on the game, like, in the map. Like, that was the whole problem in the beginning with the stone, is I don't feel that there's a whole lot of resources in this. Like, you have to travel pretty far to get some of the resources, and when you get there, you aren't greeted with, like, a whole lot of them. Like here, we get here, there's the two of the things we need, but there's only 2 of them. These things suck, by the way. Like, they're so horrible, because they just continuously come at you, like, out of every direction. You never exactly know where. Like, yeah, we good? We good? Alright, I'm just gonna get this. Then my pick broke, which I knew was gonna happen. I don't know if you can fix it. It goes in your inventory. If you right click on it, it just says drop or whatever. I just like, whatever, I'll just drop it. I don't care. But that's all I got for that one. And then I got just basically the same amount for the second one. I'm like, how? It's gonna take forever to get all this stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested in this game, but I don't know how it's gonna work successfully. That's my whole thing. Like, I'm not sure. I may come back to this more in the future. I do want to come back to it at least in the future if I don't come back soon. But this video was supposed to be a lot longer, by the way. I'm sorry it's so short. I don't like doing short videos, and the recording was definitely longer, but it was a lot more of me talking. I don't remember what it was at the moment, because this is like hours later in the day that I realized that there was no audio in this when I went to edit it. I don't like doing the voiceover, but it's better than having just nothing. And then, like, the video did really well in the first one. So I wanted to come back and say, you know, like, I don't know which I should do. Either just do a whole bunch in a row, or come back again once it's polished up a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I am intrigued to see more of this world, though. Like, it wasn't bad. So, I mean, this run, though, I'm pretty sure this is probably the last video of this run, at least. I'll have to do a new world if I do a new one, because there's just not enough time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will come back probably for one more on the day that it goes away to find out what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for now because I just go running into the desert to find another one and have the exact same thing, just 2 more of them, barely any, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done for you now. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.